Hello, Mooncrafters. Welcome. This is Craft of Moon. My name's Ryan, a practicing astrologer here to guide you through the magic of lunar cycles. If you love exploring the moon's influence and want to align your life with its energy, you're in the right place. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on social media for daily insights and updates. Let's dive into the moon's mysteries together. In this video, we're going to explore how the sun and moon work together in astrology, focusing on how the sun represents our life's purpose and challenges what we call the hero's journey. We'll also connect these ideas to Joseph Campbell's famous work on the hero's quest and discuss how the moon helps us emotionally process and integrate the insights we get from the sun. By the end, you'll see how these two powerful forces guide us on our path of growth and self-discovery. Let's dive in. When we think about the sun's role in astrology, whether it's based on the sun's position in your birth chart or its ongoing movement, called transits, we can understand it best by looking through the lens of the moon and its phase at the time. This is because the moon reflects the sun's light back to us, helping us process the sun's energy. When we have an aha moment, like a sudden realization or an insight that comes from a planet interacting with the sun, it's the moon that helps us make sense of it. Without the moon, the sun's energy could be overwhelming or too intense to handle. The sun in astrology is often linked to our core identity and the path we are on in life. It shows what we're striving to become or the big purpose we're aiming for, much like the hero's quest in mythology. But when we get a burst of clarity from the sun, whether through a natal placement or a transit, the insight needs to be processed through the moon. The moon takes that intense solar energy and helps us break it down emotionally so we can figure out how we feel about it and what steps to take. Think of it like this. We can gaze at the moon for as long as we want, even when it's full and bright, even when it is at its brightest as a supermoon. But we can't stare directly at the sun for long without hurting our eyes, maybe even damaging them permanently. This illustrates how the moon helps us take the sun's light in a more manageable way. It translates the sun's energy into something that is easier to handle and more understandable in everyday life. When we have these moments of insight, whether from a sun transit or a natal aspect, it's exciting. But the question is, what do we do next? How do we take that clarity and apply it into our day-to-day life? The moon plays a key role here. Moving through all the zodiac signs every month, the moon interacts with all the planets, helping us connect the dots and process these big solar moments. This idea of taking something big and breaking it down so we can use it in daily life applies to other transformative experiences too. For example, when we meditate, do breath work, or use plant medicine like psychedelics, we often experience moments of clarity where old boundaries dissolve and we see things from a new perspective. But after these moments, we still need to figure out how to bring those lessons back into our everyday lives. The moon, like in astrology, acts as a guide to help us ground these experiences in our reality. Liz Green a well-known astrologer, connects this process to the mythic idea of the hero's journey in her book, The Luminaries. She describes how the sun relates to the hero's quest, which each of us faces at different points in life, sometimes multiple times a day. Different zodiac signs encounter different challenges on this journey. For example, she says Gemini often has to face the dark twin, meaning inner conflicts or difficult relationships that reflect their dual nature. Scorpio, on the other hand, faces dragons, which symbolizes major life challenges that test their strength of will, their strength of mind. This idea of the hero's journey connects closely with the work of Joseph Campbell, who outlined a universal path for many heroes in myths and stories. In his book, The Hero with a Thousand Faces, Campbell explains how the hero goes through stages from receiving a call to adventure, facing trials, gaining wisdom, and eventually returning home transformed. This process is a great metaphor for how the sun's energy works in our lives. The sun, like the hero's quest, challenges us to grow, confront difficulties, and transform ourselves. Green's take on the sun's influence mirrors Campbell's stages of the hero's journey. In astrology, the sun represents our call to adventure, our purpose, or our challenge in life. Just like Campbell's hero encounters trials, the sun in our chart leads us through personal challenges, such as the dark twin for Gemini or the dragon for Scorpio. But it's the moon, really, it is the moon that helps us navigate these stages. Just as the hero in Campbell's journey needs mentors, tools, or companions to succeed, the moon acts as our guide, helping us to integrate what we've learned from our solar challenges. Sometimes those are soft and compassionate tools of assistance and comfort, and sometimes they're quite harsh and pointed. However, they are still there to help us integrate. For example, if you're a Gemini dealing with your inner conflicts, your dark twin, the moon's phases can guide you through those challenges, helping you make sense of the experience emotionally, physically, and to find resolution. Similarly, a Scorpio's confrontation with dragons, major life challenges and changes, can feel overwhelming, but the moon helps us process these experiences in manageable steps, guiding you through the emotional ups and downs. In the end, the sun may give us our vision, goal, or quest, but it's the moon that helps us live out that purpose by breaking it down into something we can emotionally understand and handle. Joseph Campbell's hero's journey offers a perfect framework to understanding this dynamic. Just as Campbell's hero grows through their trials, so do we grow through the sun's influence in our charts, with the moon helping us make this sense of those experiences along the way through integration. Together, the sun and moon form a balance, one pushing us towards purpose, the other guiding us through the integration process of living it. Thanks for watching. I hope this gave you a clear understanding of how the sun and moon work together in astrology and how they relate to the hero's journey, both in mythology and in our personal lives. Remember, while the sun pushes us towards purpose, it's the moon that helps us process those experiences and make sense of them emotionally by connecting to each of the planets in her monthly cycle through the zodiac. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with anyone who might find it helpful. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and here on YouTube. My handle is Astrology by Ryan across those platforms. And a special shout out to my son Jasper, who creates the music for these videos. You can check out his work through the link in the description. And until next time, keep your eye on the sky and make a wish upon a star.